A few hours later, Pablo woke up in the back of an ambulance. Cops were right outside his and Austin's house, trying to figure out what exactly happened. At that moment, Maria and Ezekiel rushed to see Pablo and hugged him tight. Oh, Pablo, we came as soon as we heard what happened, said Maria. Are you okay? No, said Pablo, breaking down. Austin was kidnapped by some strange figure. Who was he? Well, said Ezekiel, after a very thorough investigation, we were able to confirm that it was Andrew J. Bern, the brother of Alex J. Bern, aka the Pigman. Hearing that brought back memories of the Pigman incident for Pablo. The pain, the torment, the misery, all of it returned as soon as those words left Ezekiel's mouth. It was the Pigman incident all over again. Oh no, said Pablo, horrified and shocked. Alex had a brother? Yep, said Maria. Andrew is 50 years old and used to be a very popular comedian and game developer. He even performed for the president once. But once word got out about his younger brother kidnapping your friends and kidnapping you in Austin, killing your friends and kidnapping you in Austin 10 years ago, he got blacklisted from the comedy and game world entirely. Without a source of income to support himself, he turned to a life of crime, stealing tech designs and kidnapping famous people. The mayor and Austin were his latest victims. What about that McDonald's meal I ate? Asked Pablo. I knew you were going to ask about that, said Maria. So, after careful analysis, we were able to determine that Andrew snuck a pill made up of snake venom, spider venom, and a horrendous amount of caffeine into that food you ate. You're lucky you're still alive, because if you had waited any longer, you would have probably died. Pablo was in shock and still processing all this new information that he was learning. Alex had an older brother? Was crime a family business? How would this help save Austin? Suddenly, a cop appeared. The chief wants a witness statement from you, Pablo, said the officer. Chief Napoleon is always snagging witnesses at the wrong time, said Maria. Come on, Pablo. I think it's about time you met the chief. Although it wasn't the best time to be meeting the chief, Pablo complied and went over to him. Chief Napoleon was a rather large dog, about 60 years of age, with a gray mustache and a stereotypical chief persona and look. Take this to the lab, said Chief Napoleon, who handed something to a detective before turning to Pablo. You have a fiancé of a victim? Yeah, said Pablo. I'm Pablo Penguin. Also, not to brag, I am a bit famous. The chief looked at him, confused. I'm a journalist, said Pablo, still confused. I write for the local paper, said Pablo. Still no recognition. Pablo Penguin? Investigative journalist? Asked Pablo. Still nothing. Look, I wrote that article on the Pigman incident, said Pablo. Oh, yeah, I've read that article, said Chief Napoleon. It was really inspirational. However, if the suspect really is Andrew J. Bern, I'm afraid there's nothing we can do to save your fiancé. Those words shocked Pablo, Maria, and Ezekiel. Wait, what? Asked Maria in shock. You're giving up? Just like that? Added Ezekiel. I thought that the police were supposed to serve and protect, not give up and go home, added Pablo. Trust me, guys, said Chief Napoleon. I would kill to put this psychopath in his place like we did his brother all those years ago. But he's not as easy as Alex was. Every time we get ahead of him, he always moves further and further away and destroys evidence, causing us to revert back to square one. Can you believe it? 8 victims in a month, 7 of them high profile. We sent the best cops and detectives in the world to search for this guy, and we haven't found a single clue. So honestly, my hands are tied. Maria and Ezekiel and Pablo stood there, shocked and angered by what they just heard. How could the police just give up like that? Was Andrew really that psychotic? Would Austin and those other victims ever be brought home? What could they do? At that moment, Maria had an idea. What if we go after him? Asked Maria. We caught Alex. We can catch Andrew. Admirable, detective, said Chief Napoleon, but this is going to take some work. Then I'll help her, said Ezekiel. So will I, added Pablo. Whatever it takes to get Austin back. Okay, said Chief Napoleon after giving it some thought. Because I like you guys, I'm going to give you 1 month to find everyone that Andrew has captured, including Austin. Whoa. All of them? How do we do that? Asked Pablo, feeling that the 1 month deadline was unreasonable. Not my problem, said Chief Napoleon. Also because I don't like taking chances. Maria and Ezekiel, you'll have to bring the rookies with you. Maria and Ezekiel's eyes widened as they heard the chief mention rookies. Oh, God, no, not them, said Maria. Chief, they never take this job seriously, added Ezekiel. They are always either fighting with each other or filming classified police cases for their YouTube channels. That's why we stopped assigning them to cases beyond traffic violations, honestly. So they wouldn't have anything to give their 100 million subscribers entertainment. 100 million, Chief? That's fame in internet terms. Yes, said the Chief. I'm aware that the rookies are really difficult to work with, but the Cougar brothers have enthusiasm, energy, and intelligence. All things I wished I had when I was young. Plus, Logan Cougar is an extraordinary leader. Hence, why I feel a team of 5 for a high-profile case like this is more than reasonable. At that moment, 2 Cougars, each wearing yellow police uniforms, walked by the Chief, Maria, Ezekiel, and Pablo, arguing with each other once again. Jake, yelled the first Cougar, why did you copy my content again? You knew I was going to do an octopus eating challenge. Well, Logan, said Jake, technically I didn't eat octopus. It was squid, which is pretty much the same thing, yelled Logan. I should have known. The youngest Cougar copying the oldest for views once again. Well, I've been falling in views recently, Logan, said Jake. So I had to do what I had to do. Boys, yelled Chief Napoleon. You're late, maybe too late. I got a new case for you. The Cougar's brothers' eyes lit up as soon as they heard those 7 words. A new case? The Cougar brothers in unison. Yes, said Chief Napoleon. As you can see, this penguin next to Detective Maria and Officer Ezekiel had to witness his fiancée be kidnapped by Andrew J. Bern, a man who we've been trying to take in for years. The comedian? Asked Jake. Yes, said the Chief. Detective Maria and Ezekiel have offered to help finally bring this dude in, so I'm assigning you to the case. The brothers high-fived each other before greeting all the team members, but then they saw Pablo and their faces turned from excitement to pure hatred. What? We're helping out Pablo, Penguin, yelled Jake, enraged. Well, 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 said Pablo. If it isn't my old rivals, the Cougar brothers. Rivals? You are the one who defamed us, snapped Logan. Your article on us breaking into a store to do a video and breaking a monument caused us a spot at the next Comic-Con and a collaboration with Post Dolphin Malone. Enough, you 3, yelled Maria, causing Pablo and the Cougar brothers to stand at attention. Now, you all listen to me, and you listen to me good. I don't want any fighting or arguing from you during this trip. We are going to do all of these victims justice, and it's about them, not you. Am I clear? The 3 nodded after Maria finished her speech. Whatever it takes, said Pablo. I am saving my fiancé. Lord knows what Andrew could be doing to him right now.